Hi there, hello. Welcome to my show. I'm Gavin Masters. Grab yourself a chair. If you're watching my show and you're not already seated, come to think of it, uh, flattering that you were in such a hurry to get my show. So let's get this on the road. I have rebuilt Goffred. I forgot to book him. I'm gonna book Goffred. I rebuilt Goffred in Stone Skin uh, because I don't want his passive to always have to kick in on himself at the very least. So my thought process is this way I can always bring somebody who's not in Stone Skin. Let's see, I got 29 books. So I'm not terribly afraid to use up too many. I definitely want the cooldowns off on both of them. I want the extra damage too, come to think of it. Let's use all the books. Let's use them all. Let's go crazy. Mete out some punishment. So he's still missing a book, eh? Oh yes, from the passive effect. And I was asking this question the other day where those mysterious stuns were coming from. They're coming from his passive. Obviously, I just didn't read the kit well enough, but whenever he places this block damage, he just tosses out stuns against people that hit that person again and again and again. I also wanted to book out UDK. I don't think he takes too many books. Let's see, is that 10? 10 books on UDK? He seems worth it. He seems worth it. I use him all the time. It's about time I give him his books. And thank you for bearing with me, folks, while I do this, which is not the live arena that I promised, but it's coming right now. So let's get to it. Come to think of it, I even wanted to use some books on Emic, but I may not even use him this time around. So let's see what the day has in store for us. Hopefully something. I mean, just tuning in and seeing a timer, that's never a great sign. 17 seconds. And then we got Kitra, ALM Kitra. That name looks familiar. I feel like we've fought this person before. Wow, 3,700. So maybe I'll make a point of trying Goffred first. So he's bringing in Warlord. I've even been trying to consider who is a good Warlord counter, and I think Goffred actually makes sense. Let's try a Warlord counter today. I'm going to try just leaving him with Warlord. I think Mithrala and Androphon are both really good against Warlord. Oh, and against this guy, against the Nutcracker, Goffred is awesome. I may want to ban one or the other of them though, because I'm really experimenting now. I tried a team with Goffred and Mithrala against each of them individually. I haven't tried them together. That could get very scary. I think Duchess is going to be. I think Duchess is the right tactic at this point. Don't know who they'll eliminate. Come to think of it, I wanted to do the Helicath UDK, but I can't really use them together anymore. But why don't we just bring someone else who can work reasonably well under the circumstances? Let's bring in UDK. He's a good interruption. I've only got one cleanser. He's got lots of ways to mess with my cleanser. I have half a mind to just take away the Monkey King. Let's see how it goes. So I'm losing my cleanser. we might get bombed out really fast. Let's try the, oh, I don't know. Let's go with the speed so that we don't look so pathetic. What's gonna happen? Well, the bombs are gonna land on us, probably. That Nutcracker's gonna come straight in, maybe even just outright kill UDK, except he won't be able to because of Goffred. So I have... This is why I should have brought Helicath, because as soon as Goffred puts out that block damage, Helicath can start counterattacking. Invite friends and get shards as a gift. I can't believe Ash doesn't have enough friends in the game. I refuse to believe that. Ash, how do you not have like 1,000,000 friends? Uh, this probably doesn't count. I think poor Kitra, something lagged, and I think poor Kitra just thought he better reset. So sometimes the game cheats me and I lose. This is a time where the game cheats and I win. So I guess I can't complain. Or maybe I can. It's kind of hard to enjoy winning if you do nothing to earn it, right? Maybe this is a slow morning because of the update. We did just get an update. It's not entirely clear what's changed yet, because the only thing I can tell so far is that the Forge seems to have a different icon. We'll start with Mithrala. So we've got Harima. Against Harima, I usually like to try bombing. So we'll take him. He's a good response to Monkey King as well. And I think I want Goffred. I've been meaning to try Goffred. Let's make sure he's in the mix. Double revive. I don't love that. I want to bring something to counter that. Maybe I'll just bring Helicath. So I rebuilt Goffred in Stone Skin, but that's not the only way he's been rebuilt. I was using him as a debuffer. Now I've built him as a sort of nuker. I say sort of because I don't know if he really has the correct stats to be a proper nuker. It's just one of those things. Now, given I kind of didn't bring bombs after all, I think I'm just going to eliminate Harima. So I'm losing my revive blocker. This might be a practically unwinnable fight. But we can maybe I'll go with the defense. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna wager he's got a nuke Monkey King. Because if he doesn't and he's just a debuffer, then he didn't bring any damage. And this fight could be quite long or not. Goffred has I tested him out a bit. He's been doing a bit more damage, but it's not like a super impressive amount. So it looks like he's even got protection stuff going on his buffs. So we can take away some of those and see where this leads. So I didn't see. Did the block damage kick in or not? I guess it doesn't work if he places the block buffs. Just all the more reason to note that the Monkey King is an absolutely awesome unit. Just awesome. So we're already whittled down to 2. Helicath is not hopeless, but I don't know. I don't know. There is a lot going on here. This is a very difficult to kill team. I really wish I had. I mean, for a while, I was doing this show and I was talking about wanting a good block reviver, and I finally got one. But now he gets banned all the time, even though he's the only epic I bring. But people know about Fenax. He is a damn good nuker. He blocks revive. His A1 gets an extra hit if there are any debuffs on the enemy party. I need a second one. And I think aside from Fenax, my next best revive blocker is probably Zavia. She's got an AoE block revive, which is very cool. But I feel like you really need a poison comp to activate it properly. So good game, Sugus. I didn't have much of a chance. I think I was wasting your time. I kind of want to take Sun Wukong now. Just to make sure I don't have to fight so many teams that have him. Goffred really didn't get a chance to shine there, did he? It's kind of sad. Poor little dwarf. He's been training all week. Lockdown Squad. Cool clan name. So, awkward bloop. I guess if you just walk around and introduce yourself as bloop, 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 does get pretty awkward. Well, let's open with Mithrala and Sun Wukong. Was watching a Papa Drock video, I don't know, an hour or two ago, about how Sun Wukong just completely obliterates Quintus, which is kind of sad given that Quintus is sort of the point of Live Arena. Ostensibly, it's the point of Live Arena. If you happen to enjoy doing Live Arena, then, it's pretty fun. But it's a bit disappointing to hear about how bad Quintus is. But if you've looked at the reviews in game on Quintus, they do not like Quintus. Maybe I'll just take these two. This is actually a pretty good trio. Mithrala, Helicath, Ultimate Death Knight, and then just literally whoever I find is an amazing combo. I think at this point in Classic Arena, I have a bunch of different experimental teams that put together these three and then someone else. So we could try Goffred again. Although I kind of want to bring a revive blocker just because of how much. Well, let's try Goffred again. This should be his day. We'll say this is Goffred's day. Let's get rid of Rhodos. No. Maybe I should get rid of one of the revivers. Just so this doesn't take forever. Also, it's not that I have any. Oh, I do have a reviver, come to think of it. Yeah, let's get rid of her. So, I'll take the defense. Unless I want the speed. It's hard to say. I'd wager his Cardiel's probably pretty fast. Probably faster than anybody on my party. I'll just take the defense. So I'm not getting UDK. That's okay. I would prefer to work with him. Monkey King is extra slow, so I can even try to use that to my advantage, as long as he's still standing when I place my block damage. And in fact, if they try to kill Monkey King outright, he should just get the block damage. There it is. Nice. So now I can start attacking immediately. I'm also considering that like Uko in the final slot here instead of Monkey King. If you could just envision this same team with Uko here instead. Because Mighty Uko, the problem with him being the only reviver on the team is he tends to die first anyway. So let's see. Not a lot for him to do yet. I'll just hit then. So you can see just how much damage he chunked out with his A1. Wow. That is brutal. So it's not looking good, but we're still in. Put a shield around Goffred. What I like about this is Goffred is no longer my only source of damage. Or rather, sorry, Helicath is no longer the only source of damage on a defense team. Saved by the polymorph. Don't know how to feel about that because you know I hate polymorph. Honestly, I didn't expect it to be able to stay in this long. So let's see. Can we finish it now? Oh! Things are actually looking pretty good for us, even though we lost Helicath. Now, as long as we can take care of Rhodos, we'll be okay. Alright, let's get this cleanse off. Holy cow. Yeah, Rotos is busted. But not in a way I'd complain about terribly. We know about Rotos. Anyway, I get to actually play him. Anyway, good game, awkward bloop. Bloop, bloop. And down we go to gold 1. Spartan. What you gonna do, Spartan? Ah, the Monkey King. Of course you are. So I'm gonna bring Mithrala. I'm gonna bring Ramen 2. 2 reasonably good counters. Really, you have to have 2 at this point. I'll probably ban Rotos. Although Uko is also ban worthy. So let's bring in my favorite revive blocker. Or do I want to try to go for bombs? Or even something else? I mean, maybe I even want some revive mechanics just to just to work for us. That's too support heavy. That's really not a great idea. We'll take Fenax. I'll take Goffred. Fenax and Goffred. That's what I want. So Uko can do practically everything. He now has 3 revivers as well. So I'd wager just about anything he's going to eliminate Fenax. So how do I round out this team? We could bring in Helicath again. So just get rid of Rhodos, I think. So we're halfway through CVC. Those of you out there uh, in the thick of CVC making changes to your champs, you making any interesting changes? Let me know in the comments. It's always good to hear from people what they get up to during CVC or not during CVC. Maybe I'll take the defense again. That seems right. Yeah, the one thing that I'm really picking up on this session in particular, but yesterday's as well, I end up fighting a lot of revivers. I mean, this is 4 revivers. 3 revivers plus a guy that's just going to revive himself, which is obnoxious. It's just obnoxious. Maybe I will start with this. Why not? So I'll open with a cleanse. I'll put up my block damage. Then we got to increase defense up. Nope, not on him though. Okay. In that case, put increased defense up. That's what I want. Hopefully it doesn't immediately get stolen by his son Wukong. Maybe I should have banned Sun Wukong instead of Rhodos. I mean, Rhodos ignores all the defense, but at least he doesn't steal everybody's buffs. I mean, wow, he's in a freeze set, I guess. What a cool team, Spartan. And I mean no pun by that. I realize that's an unintended pun. So there I am, losing buffs already. Let's see if I can... No, they're all under block debuffs. That is rough. Alright, let's see how hard a single attack does. Not really. I'm still not getting a lot of damage out of Goffred. I really tried. It's not like he's... I mean, I gave him Helm Smasher. Maybe that was a mistake. Maybe he's not supposed to work that way. So let's go for the AoE. I got the increased defense. We still need to hit harder to take down the whole party. I did not rebuild Helicath. I looked at my gear. I wanted to see if I had enough really good pieces with Savage or Fatal? Lethal? I think it's Lethal. The one that you get from Dark Bay in any event. But I just don't have enough good pieces of it. So I think in order for me to counter a team like this, I either need even more damage on a defense paradigm so that there are perhaps 3 of them doing the big damage, or I need a second revive blocker. So I could try to build Xavia that way. I could even go more unorthodox and go with a rare. No, I don't need that yet. Let's knock him down for what that's worth. But hey, look at this. We've stayed alive 5 minutes against a team that's effectively invincible, and we have no reviver at all. Let's see if we can take down Uko and Pythion together. We could take them both down together. Elva really only has a single target revive. I mean, this is what we're looking at. This is where we're at. This is a totally hopeless situation. But just imagine there's a way that I can take down both of the AoE revivers together. Then we just kind of focus on keeping them down while we take out Elva. Although I think it'd probably be a better use of everyone's time if I just resign. Even though I don't like to before it's clear that I've lost. Let's see, we're under the increased defense. Let's try the AoE. She uses her revive. Interesting. It's like you didn't realize my plan is to knock down as many of them as possible at the same time. Still really struggling here. So let's knock him down. Uko didn't go for his revive. Maybe he's just put it on full auto. I wonder. I really wonder. So let's go for the attack. But I'm wondering if Goffred would be better off just with more accuracy. I think his accuracy is somewhere in the neighborhood of 200. Just because I didn't really want to bother with debuffs anymore, because polymorph is everywhere and it's so annoying. I'd rather just not even bother trying to debuff and instead have a defensive paradigm. Anyway, I think I've wasted enough of everyone's time here. Let's try another fight. Well, it seems we've got some extra time, so we can talk about the update that Plarium just announced. They have announced finally they're giving us more inventory space. They're giving us an extra 200 slots for our artifacts. 200. After, what, 2 years since the last time they expanded our storage? 200? I'm just thinking that is a joke. What is that, Blarian? I mean, we should have 3,000 at this point. I am sick of going to my storage and looking at that number, 1,300, and going, oh, I don't want to delete more items today. It's rough. I mean, we work hard to put together an entire armory of things, and then we just have to eliminate down to 1,300. And I still don't have enough gear. Okay, so let's start with him. I don't know. I'm wondering if Sun Wukong maybe is a little too overpowered. Everybody's got him, and everybody takes him. So I'll take Sun Wukong, I will take Mithrala, and Fenax. I want Fenax. They've got 2 revivers. I want Fenax. And maybe that's a preferred. Okay. Uh, maybe I'll bring a reviver too. And who really rounds this off? I could bring Goffred again. I said this should be his day. This is Goffred's day. Goffred, you're in. So I think I'm most afraid of Pythion. I mean, I'm kind of afraid of getting bombed out by him. Maybe he'll eliminate my only cleanser and then bomb us out. You know what, that said, I am kind of worried about that. So why don't we eliminate him? Oh, they're eliminating Duchess. Okay, Tiki. Cheeky. Speed. No, you know what? I'm going to take the accuracy. I'm going to get outsped anyway. We'll see how this goes. So I have a fair amount of debuffs, which is good. That means Fenax is going to be extra lethal. Basically, I'm going to have Fenax start targeting whoever has debuffs on them. The way it always goes is the first hit goes against UDK. So we want to chip away at UDK as fast as possible. No revivers, so really I can only guarantee maybe 2 attacks for him. So let's get our buffs up. He gets lots of buffs up. Let's go for the AoE nuke. Yeah, that's really not terribly impressive. Maybe I'll try to steal some of these buffs then. Well, that's more like it. That's a lot more like it. So we got Fenax. He kind of... You know what? I bet that's your only damage dealer. Oh, but of course, I should have hit UDK. I said it at the beginning of the fight, too. Aim for the one that's got the debuffs on him. No, let's strengthen him. But I think he's probably going to go down now. Uh, hmm. Get the increased defense up. Yeah, my Fenax isn't looking too good. Yeah, I really screwed up by not attacking him first. But you know what? You know what, Tiki? Oh, snap. And you got nothing but single target attacks from him. So this is game. This is game, my dude. Here, let's even try to block his active skills. Anyway, good game, Tiki. I like that team. I'm going to have to remember that. So I will open with... I'll open with Mithrala. I really don't want Blaster Jack to pick Sun Wukong. I'll just open with Sun Wukong. In my experience, not a lot of people pick Mithrala until there's a reason to take her. Until they know they need a high resist cleanser. I think that's a shame, because I think she is basically always the correct person to bring along. So I'm going to bring her now. And we know we want Goffred, so he's in. Come to think of it, as soon as I saw Siphi, I probably should have gone with Ultimate Death Knight. I'll go with him now. I'll go with Halakath as well, because they just go together like bread and butter. And that's it, that's my team. Much as I'd like Fenax to counter that Siphi. But she's the only reviver so far, so I can basically just ban at least one reviver. I'd rather ban Kymar. No, I definitely want to ban Kymar, so that I don't have to be afraid of the strips. So he takes away Sun Wukong, which looks like that would be my only damage dealer, but it's not. It's not anymore. At this point, the goal was to make all three of these defense-based champions nuke-ish. My UDK hits reasonably hard. Goffred, I guess I have to step it up. But I think this could work. So he brings up that Unkillable. That's going to be a little annoying to deal with, but I'm basically planning to do the same thing to him, so I can't really complain. So let's get this up now. I don't... Yeah. I don't want to use his AoE yet, just because block debuffs is still up on just too many of them. As soon as it starts to expire, I'll go for it, maybe get a few stuns. Because I don't need the cleanse yet. I'll go for this. I really like this four-man band here. If you can call them four men. I mean, I guess Goffred's a man. The rest, you know, demons, angels, that Medusa-like thing. Here, let's just do the A1 against her. Oh no, I didn't mean to use that yet. Oh well. Yeah, just the A1. Oh, that's why I was having so much trouble. How easily I forget. He has the provoke up. So now I've got provoke on the provoke. Let's just knock him down. So, I mean, chipping it away at about, that was what, maybe 17,000 damage total? I've seen better. But things really started to fall apart for Blaster Jack once he lost Emic. Like, good game, Blaster Jack. I liked your team. I like the theory behind your team. It was basically the same as the theory behind my team. Plus, you got that extra nuke power when anybody gets knocked down. I would love to have a Hefrak. I love that. I really love that ability Hefrak has, particularly the way you can pair him with Sun Wukong. In Arena, I frequently see defense teams where they just have Sun Wukong, Hefrak, and then like a level 1 joke enemy. Hefrak's in Stone Skin, of course. And basically, if you don't kill Sun Wukong, he starts attacking. If you do, he'll get back up in 3 turns anyway, and whenever you kill somebody, Hefrak immediately kills everybody. So if I have to counter Yumeko, I really want Mithrala. And it's Goffred's day, so I'm just going to go ahead and take him. And then we'll see. Am I going for the Helicath paradigm? Do I want bombers? I'd love to bring some bombers. Make it a nice and fast team. But I'm expecting to see cleansers. P2W Pepe. I guess Pepe likes to pay to win. Or at least wants people to believe that he pays to win. So she can place the block debuffs. And they'd be going first, so I don't think bombers will work. So we could go for the Helicath paradigm again. I guess that's what we're doing. So I want to ban that. I mean, I want to ban the Yumeko, and I want to ban the Duchess at this point. Because they both create real problems for me. There's a lot that I'd want to ban now. I mean, I don't want him shutting down my passives. I don't want her shutting down my moves. She makes life really hard for everybody. Let's just eliminate Duchess and see if we survive the onslaught. So I'll take Helikath as my leader. Things are going to be put on cooldown. That's kind of inevitable. But Ultimate Death Knight has about 700 resist. So we'll see if he manages to hold on to his moves. He does not. So she's got at least 700 accuracy. And we're dead. Good game, Pepe. At least it was fast. I wonder what would have happened if I'd eliminated Leo, come to think of it. Where was his damage going to come from? Well, let's take the monkey. Foley, that's another one I'd love to get my hands on. Would love to have a Foley. So maybe we'll go with Mithrala and Goffred again. You know what? I should have taken Goffred and Ultimate Death Knight. Okay, he still hasn't taken him. So I'll take Ultimate Death Knight. And I mean, Helikath rounds out the team so well. Can't think who else I'd bring. So I'll just do that. There's only one source of damage right now. I really have to be more vigilant, because if he doesn't bring a second source of damage, that is absolutely what I want to eliminate. I don't care if he's lightning fast and can keep shutting down my stuff if he can't kill me. So don't be a dum-dum. Bring a second nuker. There it is. So now we have to gamble on who we want to get rid of. I think he wants me to ban this guy. I actually want to ban her. I think that's the way to go. So I'm losing UDK. I can live without him. I'll take the defense, since that's probably what I'm going to need the most. Now, hopefully the timing works out here. I've been having some trouble with Mithrala. She sometimes doesn't come in at the right time with the cleanse. She should be fast enough to come in at the right time. I mean, it looks like her turn meter is further ahead than Helikath. Goffred looks like he's even faster, though. That's troubling. Maybe I made Goffred too fast. Strange, though. I'd swear his speed is only 200. I have to examine him later. So, let's see the damage. Why on earth did he not go for his bombs right away? Why on earth, SFA, what are you up to? What are you planning? I mean, like the singular target attack, maybe it was so that he'd have an extra chance to bring in Foley to block revive, but even if that was the plan, he went for Sun Wukong. Or maybe he knew the block revive was going to kick in anyway. But he puts up the bombs right before my cleanser goes. I don't know if he's just making bad decisions or what. So I'm going to put up my increased defense, which I think is a terrific decision. I think basically he's lost now. I don't see how he even gets out of this. I want to kill Siffy first. I'm baffled. I'm really baffled by the behavior of this team. I wonder if he stepped away from his keyboard, put it on full auto or what. I don't know what happened there. So I'm going to put up, I want to put up increased defense. Honestly, I want more damage coming out of them. So she hits anybody, she instantly loses half her health, as long as she doesn't have buffs. So that's good to know. And you can see, this is why I say, when they have speed, if you have Helicath, you don't care that they're faster than you. It makes no difference. Because them outspeeding you just means they're hitting Helicath more, and he's just countering. Although I guess things would be even worse for them if I had Ultimate Death Knight, but I didn't. Anyway, here we go, penultimate fight. Positive crown equipped. Let's start with the Monkey King. So what do you think? Is the Goffred build a success? Is it mixed? Personally, I feel like it's kind of a success. I like that basically now I can bring anyone with Goffred, and his passive kicks in on them instead of me needing it to kick in on Goffred. Before, I think I had Goffred in Provoke, which I know is weird because Goffred already has Provoke in his kit as well as Stun, but my thinking was I just wanted even more. I wanted him to be like the most broken crowd controller, but I found Uko's actually better at that than Goffred is. So that might as well be Uko's job. Maybe I'll bring Uko. I think he deserves some airtime today. We'll see what positive Crypt picks. So he's got our base. He's got all that stone skin stuff. And a 6-star polymorph Duchess. So I don't know. Maybe I'll bring in well, I mean, I said it was Goffred's day, but you know what? Goffred's got a lot of airtime. I'm going to bring in Ramen too. I think that's who I'm going to need. And I'll probably ban the Duchess. So with this lineup, I should be able to just bring in a couple of bombers. And then I don't really care that there's stone skin up on our base because I can just blow her up. So he's bringing Uko with a 6-star polymorph. That is making me think maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll go for it anyway. I think at this point we're all in. It's going to be extra hard to bomb anybody with Gaius, though. And that's probably who I'm going to get stuck with. It might be who I get stuck with. Let's see who your last person is. Um, But that polymorph, it's just, this is truly awful. I think I'm dealing with a total whale here. So let's see. If we get rid of Duchess, we don't have to worry about block debuffs. It's just not a thing. So I get to keep both my bombers. I will keep Ramen 2 in the lead. I mean, Ramen 2 is a really rough choice whenever you're dealing with polymorph, but if you want to bomb them anyway, I kind of like bringing as many debuffers as possible so that they can be polymorph fodder. My goal is literally to become a sheep with Ramen 2. That's what I'm thinking. I'm just going to hit first, try to get sheeped. Wow, you managed to take it off absolutely no one. All right, so let's see if he gets sheeped. There we go, he's sheeped. Good. I just needed my bombers not to get sheeped. Whose turn is it? Okay, it's his turn. So let's put on some more bombs. And hopefully not get sheeped. Nope, didn't get sheeped yet. Good. Let's tick down the timer. He does his counter. Let's put up some buffs. Boom, boom, boom. Good game, positive. You had a really scary lineup. I gotta say. I wonder, those of you still bearing with us out there, what do you think about Arbeus? Is she more bark than bite? Because I have fought her a small handful of times, because almost nobody gets a mythical at all, let alone the most broken one supposedly, which is Arbeus. But I find she doesn't always deliver. Maybe people just aren't using her right yet. I don't know. So polymorph, polymorph, no surprises there. Let's bring Goffred. This is the last hurrah. I think we should bring Goffred. And we'll have I guess we'll go for bombs if it looks right, but I'm already thinking it probably doesn't, and we might go for block damage. I'll just go for block damage. That looks right to me. This is the team I want to finish with. Aren, at least I think that's what his name is probably going to ban Sun Wukong. Probably. But we'll see. I just want to eliminate Kymar. Maybe I'd be better off eliminating Duchess, just so the fight doesn't drag on too long. I'm going to eliminate Duchess, even though I probably should eliminate Kymar. So maybe I'll take the accuracy then. Or should I still go with the... I've still got 2 defense-based champions. We'll go for the defense. Try to withstand enough of the as much of these bombardments as possible. There will be a lot, because Kymar can reset them. Good thing they're in Stone Skin. And hopefully Kymar doesn't immediately remove it. Youch. Well, let's fix that. So I think when Goffred's passive kicks in, I think it just goes to whoever's earliest in the roster. So let's aim for him. Not enough. That's a shame. So it's good to know. What I'd probably do, particularly if I wanted to bring a Duchess, is I just leave her in the lead and have Goffred in the party. Or whoever your reviver is, or whoever you want to make sure doesn't die. I think we're already defeated. It's possible we could be okay. UDK is super tough, and he hits pretty hard, and there's no reviver. Let's not forget, my son Wukong can keep coming back up until they defeat my UDK. Alright, here we go. So let's see what this does. Oh. Oh ho. You know what? I'm gonna try to tough it out. Damn. Good game, Aaron. That was a close one. Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, we could look at the... Let's review the battle logs just for fun. So that's 4, 5... Technically 6 victories, but really it only felt like 5 victories, right? And on the leaderboards... Oh, moving up in the world. I'm 1900. Anyway, thank you all for watching. See you on the next video.